Welcome to today's yoga class. We are going to begin in a comfortable seat, so just finding one that suits you and closing your eyes once you are there. We are going to start with Kapalabhati breathing, the breath of fire. If you are pregnant or have high blood pressure, that is quite intense. You don't have to do this breath. You don't want to do it. So just breathe normally for these couple of rounds. Otherwise, this breath feels like it's pulled in from your solar plexus and pushed out from the solar plexus, all through the nose. Pull in from the solar, push out from the solar. It can be slow or it can be quick. One more pump. Big breath in. Relax and breath out. Let's breathe in for 4 seconds in your own time. And breathe out for 6. One more breath. Maybe setting an intention for this class. Maybe you intend to relax. Maybe you intend for an energy boost, some upliftment. Just state your intention just now. And then gently opening your eyes. We'll begin with a seated twist. So extending your right leg straight, placing your left foot on the mat, maybe crossing the left foot over the right, and placing your left hand on the floor behind you. As you breathe in, let your ribcage move towards the front of the mat. As you breathe out, twist more towards the left hand. Closing your eyes so you can feel the breath move in you. Not trying to pull or force yourself into the shape. Just trying to feel the connection of your breath and your body. Connecting with your attention. Now coming out, we face forwards, letting your left leg lie on the floor with your knee bent. Stretching your arms up to the ceiling, breathing in. As you breathe out, either placing hands on the floor and sitting taller, or reaching your arms towards your foot, whatever feels better for your lower back. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, your choice of where the hands rest. 3 more. Moving when your breath is moving. Inhaling, reaching to the ceiling. Exhaling, your arms come down. Crossing your legs, the right leg is in front. Either sitting tall using the hands or reaching towards the top of your mat. We are breathing in for 4 seconds and out for 6. One more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Walking your hands in Let's place your feet on the mat. Your hands place on the mat behind you. They're about a half a handprint away from your bum, and your fingers point to the top of the mat. Grip your hands gently, straighten the arms, then see if you can tuck your tailbone so your bum leaves the floor. Stay here or push your knees towards the bottom of the mat, the top of the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out, come down with the hips and bend the elbows to get onto the floor. Going again, straightening the arms, maybe tucking, pushing the knees, breathe in. Breathe out, come down. Inhale, straighten the arms, tuck the tail, push the knees, and down. Last one. Arms, bum, maybe knees. Stretching your arms to the sky as you breathe in. Reaching for your feet as you breathe out. Your knees can stay bent, or you can straighten your legs. Bringing your stomach close to your thighs. Breathing in for 4 and out for 6. And now rising up, keeping your left leg straight, placing your right foot on the mat, maybe crossing right foot over the left leg. Right hand on the floor behind you, left hand holding the right knee. As you breathe in, let your chest, just let as much air in as you can. Let your ribs move. Breathe out, you'll naturally twist. Just finding that rhythm in your body. Trying to breathe right down to the stomach. Now facing the top of the mat. Letting your right knee lie on the floor. Breathing in, stretching up. Breathing out, either hands to floor, sitting tall, or hands towards your foot. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands fall. Breathe in your slowest breaths. Inhale to rise when you're ready. Exhale, hands to the floor. Crossing your legs, the left leg leads. You either sit tall or you fold. Take a normal breath in and out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Normal breath in and out. Walking your hands back in. Now extending both of your legs straight. If this is too much, do the tabletop, the reverse tabletop that we did before with your feet on the ground. So hands are about half a handprint away from your bum. We grip the fingers, arms straighten, tailbone tucks so your bum leaves the floor. Then hips up, breathe in. Breathe out, hips down, then bend the elbows to get your bum down. Straighten the arms, tuck the tail, hips up, breathe in. Breathe out, hips down, elbows bend. Inhale, arms, bum, hips. Exhale, hips and elbows. Last one, inhale, arms, bum, hips. Exhale, hips and elbows. As you next breathe in, stretch to the sky. Breathe out, reach for the mat, maybe close to the hips or close to the feet. You can always bend the knees. Taking one sighing breath. Now rising up, gently transitioning to your hands and knees. And we'll start to move through some cat-cow. So as you breathe in, lifting your tailbone up, then lifting your head up. As you breathe out, tucking your bum, tucking your chin. Doing 2 more cat-cows. Inhale. Now tucking the toes, lifting your knees to down dog. Your bum stretches up toward the ceiling and then also is pulled back towards the back of the room. Taking a big breath in and out. Gently bringing your knees down to the mat. Extending your right leg straight behind you. Tucking the toes into the floor. Hugging your bottom ribs in slightly. Then lifting the right leg up to maybe hip height, maybe less. But feel that your toes look down. Hold here. See if it's okay to extend your left arm overhead too for bird dog. 1 big breath to go. Now bringing your hand and your knee down. Stretch your right arm up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Thread the needle. Right arm underneath the left and come to lie on your right shoulder. Not everyone can lie on their shoulder. You might slightly hover the floor. That's okay. We're here for 1 deep breath. As you breathe in, stretch your right arm up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, bring your hand down to the floor. Extend that right leg straight behind you again. Lift it up to hip height with the toes looking down. Then reach the left arm overhead again, if that suits. Trialing tiger pose, bending the right knee. Reach your left hand for that right foot. They might not meet. If they do meet, lift your arm and foot up a little bit higher. Let your body move to let more breath in and out. And gently coming down. Widen your knees. Sit on your heels. Maybe stretch your arms towards the top of the mat. And take a deep breath right into the back of your body. Gently coming up to your hands and your knees. Tucking your toes, rising to downward facing dog. You can bend your knees here, pedal the feet. We'll take 1 sighing breath. Coming down onto your knees. Extending your left leg straight behind you. Tuck the toes, then lift that leg maybe to hip height or lower, but hold those bottom ribs slightly in. This is optional. Can your right arm reach overhead? As you breathe in, your body might tighten, it might draw inward. As you breathe out, you should be able to reach longer. Bringing your hand and your knee down. Left arm up, breathe a big breath. Thread the needle. Left arm under the arm, maybe the shoulder lies on the mat. Let your rib cage move as you breathe in. And twist more with the breath out. Left arm rises up to the ceiling as you inhale, and it comes down with the exhale. Left leg straight behind you. Lift to hip height. Feel that your toes look down. Right arm overhead. This is optional. And tiger pose is also optional. Bend the left knee. Reach for the left foot. They do not have to meet, but if they do, gently lift higher. And you're feeling your breath. Let your ribs move to let more air in. Coming down and widening the knees, sitting on your heels, stretching your arms a little bit longer than before. Breathing right into the back of your body. With your next breath in, rise to hands and knees. Breath out, rise to down dog. As you next breathe in, bring your shoulders over your wrists for plank pose. You can always bring the knees down. Take one deep breath here. Then lower down onto your stomach, bending the elbows to descend. Cobra pose. Lift your chest away from the floor while tucking your tailbone. Push into the hands for more height. Maybe pull the shoulders towards the wall behind you. Breathe. Exhale down. 2 more. Lift. Push. Then pressing up to hands and knees. Now coming down onto your forearms, making sure they are shoulder width apart. You can measure the distance from hand to elbow. Then palms come together, tucking your toes into the mat. Let's lift up into your dolphin pose. Hips feel like they pull high to the ceiling, then back towards the wall behind you. You can bend the knees if it's a lot. We have got 2 sighing breaths. And bringing your knees down. Coming onto your hands. Tucking your toes into the floor and seeing if you can sit on the heels. It's up to you if you keep your hands on the ground or if you can lift your hands off the mat. In for 4, out for 6. Placing your hands on the floor. Can you bring your heels onto the ground and your knees up? So we're in standing forward bend. You can bend your knees and rest your forearms on the thighs. Sometimes that's a bit nicer for the lower back, or you're stretching for the floor. If your hands can touch the floor, relax your neck. Now heel toeing your feet about the width of the mat, maybe wider. Your heels are in, your toes point out. We bend the knees till your hands are flat to the floor. You can look down, or you bring your bum towards your heels and let your hands leave the mat. Yogi squat. We've got 5 deep breaths. You can be here or here, or even both if holding yogi squats too much. Last breath. Let your hands come onto the floor. Your toes point forwards. Walk the hands forward to down dog. Take a sighing breath. Come into plank as you breathe in. Lower down, chaturanga as you breathe out. Cobra or up dog. So up dog, the hands would move down a little bit. So you can straighten the arms fully and lift the knees. Breathe in. As you breathe out, we'll push back to hands and knees and lift to down dog. One sighing breath. And now coming to either lying down or a comfy seat, whatever suits you. We're going to finish the class with 5 deep breaths. So just taking your time to get set up. Once you're set up, closing your eyes. We're going to change the breath to in for 4, hold for 4, and out for 8. If you're pregnant, you won't hold the breath, just in for 4, out for 8. To create the 8, make your lips pursed so it's a small gap to breathe out of. Taking a normal breath in and out. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out slow, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going 2 rounds on your own, counting your breath. After your exhale, just allowing your breath to return to normal. Either staying and breathing for longer or coming to seated to finish the class. When you're ready, let's stretch the arms to the ceiling, breathe in. As you breathe out, placing your hands on your heart. Maybe setting an intention for the rest of the day that you have. And finishing with Namaste. Thank you so much.